Good morning. My name's Angela and I'm from the sheep tree. Today, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing today. I've just got back from milking. So basically, I just thought I would bring you along and we'll see what happens. My first task that I need to do is to get the strip that the sheep are supposed to be in. I've currently, you can see there's some sheep there. I didn't have time to move the strip to the next section, so I actually just opened it up and let them back on the bit they grazed previously yesterday. So I will move the fence along another strip and then they can graze that section down, because at the end of the month I have to take them out of the orchards because the apples are harvested by upstraw cider, and if my sheep are still in here, they'll eat the apples as they hit the ground. So I'm just trying to knock back some of the grass to make their life easier. Yes, that's the first task of the day. So I have now finished moving the sheep fence. I didn't film it all because I didn't want to do the extra steps of bringing the camera back and forth. And now I am just trying to round up the last few sheep to push through into the fresh strip of grazing. It is quite hot right now, so they're sort of sheltering in the shade. So I might not push them too much. I might just give this one over here a bit of a nudge and see if she'll move. But otherwise, yeah, they can yeah, she's up. She'll probably go and find her friends in a minute. Hey, so yeah, I grabbed a snack in the house, and now I'm back outside. I just walked past the brassica cage and I realised I left the door open last night. So I was going to shut it, but I remember the reason I left the door open was because I spied a little bit of green sprouting broccoli that needs picking. So I might as well pick it and I'll have it for lunch today. But whilst I'm in here, because I left the door open, I'll do a quick check for cabbage white butterfly eggs. I can't see any actual butterflies in here, which is a good sign. But if I leave it open today, there will definitely be butterflies in here. So I need to get a few canes in here just to support some of these guys, but here is the one that needs picking, so I shall just pick that. I don't have enough hands to hold the camera and pick it, so I'll pick it and then show you what I've got. Right, so as this is a sprouting variety, it is only a tiny, tiny head of broccoli, if it will focus. There we go. Tiny little head of broccoli there for you. I think I'm going to have vegetables with a satay sauce for lunch, so this will just go in with my lunch. But whilst I'm here, look how pretty this is. This is my kale. I'm not really eating from it now, because it's intended to feed me over winter. But it's hidden in the back of my brassica house, and it's beautiful. So next on my list is, I did do a harvest of courgettes yesterday, but I didn't even look at the patty pans. And I suspect there's some patty pan squash hidden away in here, so I'm going to have a look and see what needs picking. here. We went in to get patty pans. There weren't actually many patty pans in there, but I did find a couple of courgettes. So I've got courgette, patty pan, tiny bit of broccoli, runner beans, nasturtium flowers, nasturtium leaves, and a leek. And I think my damsons are just becoming ripe. I made the mistake. I left my pears too long. I have managed to get a bowl full of pears, and they are on my counter waiting to be canned. But if I leave the damsons to go over, they, like the pears, will be decimated by the wasps. The pear tree is currently the danger zone, as is the chicken run, and you walk along and wasps just fall on the floor around you. So I don't want the wasps to eat all the damsons. I'm going to pick some of the damsons now, and I'll have a go and see if they are ripe enough. They're still firm, but they've got a slight give in them to the touch, so hopefully. Right, so what I have in here is probably enough for a test batch. I'll have to check, but if they do for the same amount of time as the pears, which I think from memory they might do, or at least a similar time. Obviously I'll can for the longest of whichever two it is. I'll do a couple of jars when I'm doing the pears. And I'll open up one of those jars and see how it tastes, and if I'm happy with them, I will get out and pick the rest that I need. Yeah, just got a few more things to check on, and then I think I'm going to go and hide inside in the cool. Right, so this is the greenhouse. It's a bit warm in here at the minute. I'm just going to work my way through and pick any peppers that are ripe, any tomatoes that are ripe. I can spy there's a couple hiding back there. Tomatoes, there'll be, I think, maybe 2 cayenne peppers down there. I do have aubergines, but I do have half an aubergine in the house that I'm going to have for lunch. I haven't found a way of preserving aubergines that I like, so I just pick them as and when I want to eat them. But yeah, so I'll pick those few bits, and then I will see what else I need to check on. Right, so approaching the danger zone here. There is the pear tree, laden with pears, but pretty much every single one's got about 3 wasps on it, so I'm going to leave it be. It's a squash patch, it's looking a bit sorry for itself. I think it's mainly just the heat. I haven't really noticed any powdery mildew on it. And this here is one of my pumpkins. And it is getting bigger and bigger every day. I don't particularly need it to be big because I will be eating it. But this one seems fairly intent on becoming rather large. It's what I actually came over here to have a look at was my sweet corn, because I canned my first proper round of sweet corn don't know when it was, the other day. I think it was Monday. So I'm just coming in to see whether there's anything else that needs dealing with urgently. So I'll have a look at that. Got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cobs of corn. I'm going to go take them away from the wasps to remove some of the leaves. Right, so I have got a fairly decent little harvest from wandering around the garden. I'm going to remove the majority of the outer of these. I'll probably just leave a couple of layers on in case I don't get to them today before I go to work again. And then I'm going to go in the house and deal with some of this. I've also got about 15 courgettes already on my worktop. So I think a priority will be sorting some of those. So I will get the food processor out and grate a few of those, and I'm going to fill the dehydrator, and I'm going to make some pakora, well, try and make some pakoras for lunch, courgette ones, and maybe make some zucchini bread. We'll see how I'm doing for time. I think it's probably about 12 o'clock now. And yeah, like I said, I've got some pears to deal with. I've got these damsons to deal with. I will have these to deal with. I've still got some of last year's frozen cobs left over, which shows that I obviously don't eat that much corn on the cob. So this year I'm going to can the majority of it. Obviously I'm eating bits of them. I'll sort that. The tomatoes, except for the ones I'm eating with salads, are just going in the freezer at the moment until I get enough to either do some straight canned tomatoes or some pasta sauces. The nasturtium leaves will have to go in my hang dryer because my dehydrator is going to be full, as will the flowers. But then I'll save space in the dehydrator and pop the flowers in the top of there, because they're a faff to move from one place to the other if they're not completely dry. So I'll get those dry and done out of the way. But yeah, the leaves go in my hang dryer. The leek is going to be eaten, and the rest of the squash will just have to go on the side for now. Oh, and I've got a few chilies. The green one I picked, I'll probably have with lunch. I haven't actually tried one of my green cayenne peppers yet this year, so I don't know how they are for heat, which is why I thought I'd try it. But the red ones I thread up and they're hung from the ceiling on top of my table in the kitchen, and that's where they're drying. I can't remember what else I've got on the way. Oh, I've got, I think only 3 now, cucumbers as well, but I've got quite a few jars of pickles, so I think I might just eat those, if I remember. And I've got lots and lots of eggs at the moment, so, which is why I'm thinking maybe zucchini bread will be a good idea, because that'll use a few of the eggs. I did make muffins last night, but my recipe only calls for 1 egg, so yeah, I think that is pretty much will be what my plans will be for the rest of the day, and then I'm off to work again. So I think I'll leave you here, because I think I'm going to be that busy today. I don't really want to be filming whilst trying to get everything done. Although I say I'll leave you here, but look at this. Look at that beauty there. It seems to be a good year for sweet corn this year. Oh, I've just remembered something I was going to do, but I'll do it next time I go out to the orchards. When I was putting the sheep fencing round along the boundary of the hedge, the one nearest where I keep the fencer and the battery, there's a load of fresh growth brambles, so I can pick some blackberry leaves for drying for tea, and there's also yarrow growing along that hedge line, quite a lot of it all in one place, so I will go out and pick some of that for drying as well, but like I say, I will do that when I'm already out there rather than making a special trip out to the orchard. Another thing that I need to do today, but I might wait till I get back from work this evening. I know it's getting dark earlier, but I don't really need that much light to do it. But my new compost pile will need its first turn, so I'm doing the 18 days composting again, but this time I'm not using as much woody stuff, so it's just grass clippings, weeds and animal bedding, and it's sat for 4 days, so I need to turn it to its first spot, but it's too warm to be doing that right now. Right, that is me done. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you next time.